Breaking, a controversial new year for Labour Party leader Keir Starmer as his wife speaks out. As the nation welcomed the dawn of a new year, the Labour Party found itself at a crossroads that could redefine its future. Keir Starmer, the party leader, is facing unprecedented scrutiny, and not just from his political opponents. His wife, Victoria, has stepped into the spotlight, voicing concerns that many would consider a betrayal of her husband's leadership and vision. This revelation is not merely a family matter, it resonates deeply within the political landscape, raising questions about loyalty, trust, and the very direction of the Labour Party. Critics argue that Victoria's comments come at a pivotal moment, undermining the carefully curated image of unity that Starmer has fought to project. Many fear that this internal dissent signals a fracture within the party that could lead to disastrous consequences in the upcoming elections. The stakes are high, and the implications could echo through British politics for years to come. As Starmer navigates these turbulent waters, the question looms, can he maintain his grip on a party that seems increasingly divided? In a political climate still reeling from the fallout of Brexit, Starmer has positioned himself as a powerful advocate for a renewed Labour vision. Yet, as Victoria's words echo through the media, a narrative of disillusionment begins to take shape. The Labour Party, once a bastion of hope for the working class, risks drifting into obscurity if it cannot present a united front. This moment is not just about Keir Starmer, it's a once-in-a-generation opportunity for the party to reclaim its influence, or lose it entirely. Historical precedents abound, and they do not bode well for leaders who appear weak. The 2019 general election serves as a stark reminder of how quickly fortunes can change. With the Tories capitalizing on Labour's internal strife, the consequences of this public rift could be catastrophic. Analysts warn that if Starmer is unable to reconcile these differences, he may find himself presiding over a party that is not only fractured but also irrelevant in the face of an increasingly polarizing political landscape. Public figures are weighing in, and the criticism is mounting. Prominent Labour MPs have voiced their concerns, suggesting that Starmer's leadership is at risk. "We must stand united," one MP declared, emphasizing that internal divisions could be the death knell for the party. With many fearing that the British people will not forgive a leader who appears to be out of touch with the very core of their values, the urgency of the situation cannot be overstated. The country stands at a crossroads, and the choices made in the coming weeks will resonate for generations. Victoria's revelations are not merely a personal grievance. They are emblematic of a broader struggle within the Labour Party. The ideological battles of the past, between the old guard and new progressives, between pragmatism and idealism, have resurfaced with a vengeance. Critics argue that Starmer must confront these issues head-on, or risk being labeled as the leader who squandered a golden opportunity to reshape the party's identity. The stakes are incredibly high, and the consequences could be far-reaching. As the Labour Party grapples with its identity, the electorate watches closely. This could mark a new era of influence for those willing to speak out against the status quo. The British public, weary of political maneuvering and empty promises, yearns for authentic leadership. As the tension mounts, the Labour Party must ask itself, is it ready to confront its demons and emerge stronger, or will it allow internal strife to dictate its destiny? In conclusion, the unfolding drama surrounding Keir Starmer and his wife is far more than a personal matter, it is a clarion call for action. The Labour Party stands at a pivotal moment in history, one that could determine its relevance for decades to come. The British people will not forgive a failure to act decisively. Now is the time for unity, for courage, and for a recommitment to the values that once defined the party. Join the conversation. Like, subscribe, and become part of a growing movement that demands accountability and integrity in our political leaders. Together, we can ensure that the Labour Party rises to meet the challenges of our time, and that Keir Starmer emerges not just as a leader, but as a unifier in this critical fight for the heart and soul of Britain.